What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on Prizepicks. This time we got plays for NFL preseason. It's August the 9th, and now is the first main day of preseason. We got a bunch of stuff going on. We had the Hall of Fame game earlier, and we had the first day of preseason yesterday with the Lions, Patriots, and the Panthers also played. We locked in some bets there, and we actually got a win. I can show you guys right here. We locked it in with the discounted slip. LeBron James, Steph Curry. They dropped a discount for us. Max, you can put on one of these 25. So I split it 10-15. We got a win over there. The unders on preseason are going crazy. That's what I'm telling you guys. Everybody looks at football squares and they go, oh, I want to take over so bad. I miss football. And yes, I miss football too. But the unders are going to hit way more than the overs. You guys have got to be smart. If you're watching this video, I know you're already a smart bettor. And you're going to make the right choice. And you're going to take the unders. So the first play we've got is Michael Penix Jr. I love Michael Penix Jr. versus the next guy. I loved watching him in college, but the under here on 104.5 is the right play. So we can go ahead and take a look at the Falcons depth chart, and I'll show you guys straight up. Michael Penix, of course, we're not going to see much of Kirk Cousins today. If anything, I'm assuming he's not even going to play the game. Michael Penix is the second string, but we're going to see a lot more of Heineke and a lot more of Heineke and Nathan Rourke, of course, because especially Taylor Heineke is a player who's been in the NFL for many, many years now. He's experienced. You know how the NFL works. So you might as well put somebody like him out there and just let Michael Penix play a quarter, maybe a series. I don't think he's going to get a bunch of playing time. And there's also, I think, rain scheduled for that game. But we'll see. We'll see. It's been moving around a lot. This number was way higher in the morning. I locked down a couple slips there earlier. And I had a couple of my friends lock it in. But now this number is dropping like crazy. They're trying to incentivize you to take the over here, but you know what's better is to take the under here. 104.5 passing yards is definitely way too high for this guy. He hasn't called plays in the huddle like that since high school, and for Michael Penix especially, high school was a long, long time ago, 7 years. So it's a lot different in the NFL. They're going to want to play him for a little bit just so he can get his feet wet, get used to the NFL swing of things, and he's definitely going to play more and more in the third, fourth game of the preseason. Just in the first game of the preseason, definitely not going to get out there and go for over 104 passing yards. That's my prediction. Could it happen? Of course. He could go out for 200 yards. You never know what's going to happen in these games. But I'm saying the odds are he's going to go under here. And a lot of people, they look at him, they look at his number usually at 300 when he was playing on Washington, right? So dumb bettors are going to go ahead and say 104 yards, we're taking the over. But they don't know how preseason works. And with preseason, knowledge is power. That's what you guys know, and that's what I know. And we're taking the under here on 104.5 passing yards. And now we're going to go over to the next play for preseason. Not going to go to field goals. Field goals, you don't really care about that. You never really know what's going to happen there. But the player I do like here, and I know I just harped on about taking unders, it's Davis Mills over. He just needs 70 yards here, and we can go ahead and check out the box score for the Hall of Fame game. Can't even type right now. Hall of Fame game 2024. Let me see if I can find the box score. It should be here. Alright, I'll see if I can find it. I'll be right back. Okay, that took way longer than I thought. I found the box score though. So Davis Mills played almost a perfect game. I don't think he could have done anything better here. I was watching this game. And he got 102 yards. So in my mind, 102 is kind of like the ceiling for him, which makes it a little scary to take his over at 70 yards. But he's clearly in the swing of things right now. And if CJ Stroud does end up going down in the season, he's definitely going to be their guy, right? Of course, they're not going to play CJ Stroud in these games. He's way too valuable, and he's the starter. Nobody does that. Davis Mills is going to be starting this game for the Texans, and 70 yards, you never know what could happen in the preseason, but I do like the over here. He was hitting a bunch of receivers out there, and of course, what happens is these teams are playing their weaker defenses. Almost none of the first strings are going out there. It's second strings, and then as the game progresses, third quarter, fourth quarter, we start seeing the third string, fourth string player. So if he stays in for just a few drives in those last couple quarters, he could definitely hit this line super easily. So this is our play for the day. Michael Penix over 104.5 passing yards and Davis Mills over 69.5 passing yards. Sorry, I think I said Penix over. Penix under, Mills over. We're going to lock this in with, okay. Wow, what are the odds of that? Right as I'm about to submit it, Michael Penix goes off the board. So it looks like we got to think on our feet here and make a new one. I'm going to reload just to double check. And yes, it looks like Michael Penix is just no longer on the board. Well, that sucks because I really wanted to make that play and I wanted you guys to hit that too. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take Davis Mills over, and then we're going to go over to his receivers. He's got a bunch of receivers: Mechie, Hutchinson, Skowronek. Skowronek was pretty tight up ton of the Rams. And you can see right here, he was hitting Hutchinson a lot last week. 56 yards, and even Ben got 28. So these lines are definitely low, but you never know what could happen because that was a game that nobody could predict. And oh, it looks like my audio cut out there. That was a game that nobody could predict, but we'll see. Davis Mills played a perfect game right there. If he keeps in the swing of things, he could play a perfect game again. And Xavier Hutchinson, this was his main man. 21.5 receiving yards, 69.5 passing yards. They're low numbers, but this is preseason. You got to keep that in mind. So the reason we're taking these two as a combination is because they're correlated. So if Davis Mills gets a lot of passing yards, it's pretty likely that the guy who's going to be the wide receiver one on the field, when he's on the field, Hutchinson, is going to catch a lot of those balls from Mills. So that's why we're taking them together. If Mills gets over his yards, it's a good chance that his wide receiver one is also going to go over. If you guys understand football, you'll understand that. And if you don't understand that, just watch the game tonight, and I promise you it'll make sense. And then, because obviously we can't pair up two of the same team, we're going to go over to the main NFL slate. And I know these games still have, a little under a month to go, but the players we are going to be taking are Tua and Tyreek. These guys have been my go-to players. I love this matchup against Jacksonville. Week 1, they're going to come out swinging. And the reason that we're locking this in is because it's a 9x payout. This is why I really like Prizepicks for this. 9x payout right here. And we're going to lock this play in with Davis Mills and Xavier Hutchinson over, Tua and Tyreek over. So hopefully we can get this half green. And then going into NFL Week 1, I want to have 10, 20, 30 of these half green slips. And then once Week 1 comes, we can just have a massive payday. 9 units coming in, 9 units, 9 units. Every single of these plays. Last year this was 10 units, They had this as a 10x play, but they're clearly nerfing it. They know this is a strong strategy, but sportsbooks will pay 6x for this. Apps like Underdog, maybe 6.5. So Prizepicks is the best place where you guys can get value like this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are already on Prizepicks if you're watching this video. Right now, I'm going to lock it in with 15 because my ideal play was that Michael Penix play, and it looks like we can get that one through. So this is our player of the day. We've got Mills and Hutchinson over, and then we're locking that in with Tua and Tyreek. We tried this yesterday with Drake May and Jalen Polk. Didn't go so well. Drake May did not play that many. He didn't play that well because he was playing against second string. A lot of you guys might think Milton played a lot better. Milton was playing against a weaker defense, and Jalen Polk just barely even played any snaps. When he was on the field, he did well, but he was not on the field a lot. Anyways, this is our play of the day, and if you guys want more plays like this, I'm dropping plays every single day of the preseason. I'll be back tomorrow with another video just like this. I'll be back the next day with another video just like this. And we're dropping more and more videos until the season starts. So if you guys want to get better at sports betting, just click the subscribe button. We'll get you up. If you guys want to get better at sports betting, just click the subscribe button and we'll get you up next year. See ya.